Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Garcia and I'm going to be doing our introduction video for our Calm Persuasion class today. So a little bit about me. I am a senior here at UTSA and I'm actually going to be graduating this fall, 2018. My major is in communications and I'm also going to have a minor in business administration as well. And upon graduation I plan to probably move back to Houston, where I'm from, to be able to find a internship out there or a position in the communications field as well. So for my hero story today, I thought that it would probably be easiest if I chose something from my personal experiences, just because that was something that was most relevant. So I guess if I were to go on with the story, a few weeks ago, my girlfriend and I were going to Houston just to go see our families for like the weekend, or I guess the last week of like summer vacation it may have been, or something like that. Maybe like 4 or 5 days max, nothing too long. Anyways, recently she actually got a pet hamster, and she used to have one, and like after about 2 years or so it passed, just because like that's a little bit above their average life expectancy, but regardless it passed just because of old age. So because of that she eventually decided that she wanted to get another one, and she did, which was cool. But whenever we went to Houston, she left her hamster inside of like the cage with, food, water, all of its necessities. In case anybody doesn't know, like hamsters and other small critters like that, they can go on like by themselves for like a week-ish, about a week or so. Like if you give them, food and water and good and all the stuff that they need. But yeah. Anyways, so upon coming back to her apartment in Austin, we noticed that like the top of the cage was like moved. And we were like, what? There's no way. The thing is our hamster's cage, or her hamster's cage rather, is completely glass with like a top that's made out of like plastic. So there was no way that he could have like climbed out to just like get out, or at least that's what we thought. There was no way that he could have gotten out. But whenever we got there, he was like nowhere to be found at all, and like the top was completely tilted sideways, and somehow he got out of it. And basically after hours of looking and her freaking out and crying and just like feeling so bad that she let this happen and all this other stuff, we kind of came to the conclusion that we thought that maybe like he was just gone. Like maybe something bad must have happened, because the area in which the like cage, or his like his cage was placed, was kind of close to where like drains were, like I guess like the sink is. So he could have gotten out and like crawled towards the sink, and then we thought that maybe he could have went down the trash compactor or something crazy like that. But either way, after hours of not being able to find him and whatnot, we noticed that under the couch, like there was a little layer that was like ripped through. So we searched inside of like the little open layer under the couch, and lo and behold, he was just sitting there, just like waiting, and he like unbelievably was unmarked, unscathed, completely fine. Like I don't know, it was pretty crazy to say the least. But whenever we lifted the couch, he was just there, and then we like were able to get him and put him back in his cage, and luckily he was completely fine, completely healthy. Like he didn't have, like I said, anything wrong with him at all. It was just a really, really scary like few hours. But other than that, I would say that that was probably one of the, most recent hero stories that I can think of, just because my like girlfriend was just extremely like appreciative of the fact that I like helped her out with the situation, and just like didn't give up, and just made sure that I was letting her know that like I was gonna help her as much as I could. But yeah, that's just pretty much my hero story. If I were to think about like 3 goals that I could have for growth personally in this communication class, I think that I would probably just want to get better at communicating with like people in general, like face to face. In addition to that, I just want to be able to understand like people better, and like really understand like where they're coming from, rather than just kind of seeing things from my own perspective. But those are just a few things that I want to improve on. But other than that, I really am looking forward to the class, and hopefully we have a great semester.